space here. Funny things were happening around the energies, and the not enough card somehow flew out of my deck and was underneath my chair. I literally almost destroyed that card there with my roller chair. But Twin Flames also was peeking up at me, and I'm hearing for some of you all, these might be themes, dualities that are present in your life right now, in places where you may have grown quite a great deal over this past cycle. And I'm speaking most specifically since we've been seeing the dance of Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn that had taken their retrograde cycle, um, for us to do these assessments. And for some of us, this has been soul journeys experienced through the eyes of others. Partnerships have been huge with this for many of you all, and being that this is the quote unquote holidays, here's the 411 about where we may have had to draw a line somewhere and really teach ourselves when enough is enough, and learning where we can actually give ourselves some grace for being more than enough. I've been seeing a number of people talking about divine masculine and divine feminine, um, especially over the recent months. It's really been gaining in popularity as many people are looking forward to what 2020 actually might be in a more personal way, and that we may see clearly in these things where we've had to reconcile, where something might not have been enough, especially with regard to give and take in relationships. So frustrations in relationships is right there at the top of that card. Lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. And Twin Flame says here, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. And I'm really interested to see where these themes show up for those of you that might be here looking for insight into relationships. And I will just encourage you to remember that no matter what type of dogma or belief systems others might give to you about what a twin flame or a soulmate experience is, that first relationship of importance and priority is the one with yourself. So if you're here feeling like that not enough stuff is kind of a glare in the face, let's take a look at where it is that you actually are holding the space for it to be plenty, because that's actually where you can see more clearly what's actually here that you have developed in that not enough space, and where hopefully we can see some positive gains forward with regard to self-development and calling in more of a divine counterpart. Because I will say, twin flame information often is highly karmic in nature, with one person running after the other, or somebody running away, and who's supposed to chase, and whose turn is it, and how do we bring these things into balance, and kind of just igniting one another's energy, and in some cases finding yourself in a narcissistic style abusive relationship where somebody is gassing your energy. And so if you've been through that, these cards might just be reminding you that enough is enough, and that hereforth you've learned a new mechanism to even gauge your own essential energy, and learning to hold that for yourself and feeling substantial in that is one really amazing way to call forward more of a soul match or a divine counterpart, somebody who can resonate at that same vibrational frequency and quality as you. was shuffling for you guys, some really excited cards kind of flew out. I'm just going to tell you, the ones that were looking at me are trust, power, extremes, and sovereignty. So, possibly some major themes that you're dealing with right now. Keep working on this shuffle. Okay, so, wow, Earth Tribes. These just flew out of the deck while I was shuffling for all of you. Twin Flames and Stabbed in the Back. Twin Flames flew out for everybody in the beginning, as well as some insecurities, but Twin Flames just showed up again for you all there, and that says yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other, and wow, stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking, attack. So for some of you all, this might have been where Saturn and Pluto have been affecting you over this past year, this cycle. And what, in my opinion, 2020 actually is that we may see clearly. So, yeah, sorry if this is sounding to be like what you're going through. But I'm definitely going to pull that one out, and it's back in the deck now, so shuffling those through, and we'll see if it shows up for anybody here. Catch you in the inside. Greetings, it's Intuitive Jacob. Okay, so more pop-outs. This card is what was facing me and kind of flew out also for all of my Earth tribes. So this is for you all if you've got Sun, Moon, or Rising in one of the Earth elements, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So this card says love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, attraction. Way to go. So big theme going on with a lot of you all right now. Other messages that were showing up, there was just a lot of fire that was coming out. Change was looking at me, and I'm hearing it's like fearlessness. This is the thunder moon here, and I'm hearing it's like fearless in the face of change. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like the things that give you energy that some people don't even realize that you are willing and that you've been committed to putting into whatever it is that your craft is that you've been wielding. I just see somebody here in the really wee hours, and it's like everything she can do to put herself into this change. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like it's all about your beginnings. New beginnings and fresh start card was showing up for all of you. I'm going to read it to you. It says, thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. And I'm hearing for some of you all too, it's like if you're not in the middle of waking up to like the divine union of yourself, you might be having a really spiritual, very, very awakening process with another person. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like realizing how telepathy works and where thought forms can return to you when somebody is open to hearing your information, and where some of y'all are like, I might be going the right kind of crazy right now because I'm starting to hear or almost like see somebody showing up in my vicinity. And so if you've been realizing that kind of thing, it might be because of this dichotomy showing up here with the monk nun. And for some of you all, this might even be, you know, a period of incubation. Maybe you're in between relationships or calling in a spiritual partner. But light attributes, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like a new way to move forward your energy. The word pioneer just showed up for me. And I'm hearing it's like taking it on with a fiery gusto. For some of you all, it's like you might not be one of those air air. Why am I hearing air? I meant earth. People that has a lot of fire or maybe air in your chart that can move things. But I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you are embodying serious fire element. And that word desire is showing up. So for some of you all, I'm hearing it's like big time emotional changes and things that if you felt like a boulder before that you couldn't be moved, it's like you have found that you have moved yourself, and so it's like now you might be more comfortable with like the momentum that's building, because I'm seeing for some of y'all it's like just heaving it like in this whole different direction, and I'm hearing it's going to be great. So let's just set our mind and our intentions in agreement to only receive what's good for you, and know that if these aren't your messages, hey, sorry. Here be for everybody. Feel free to hit me up if you would like a private reading with your own personal information. And hey, really appreciate it if you thumbs up the reading, if you like it, and yeah, let a friend know if you think that something like this could help them with a little bit of insight. Really appreciate you sharing these messages when you do. Much appreciated. All right, I'm going to catch you on the inside of these readings. Greetings. What's going on, Virgo? It's great to have you here. Thank you for being here. Pretty shuffled and dealt here. And we're going to go ahead and just get started with our archetype card. This is most likely what you've been growing through this cycle, Virgo. All right. I've got the King card showing up. And for some of you all, this is like, whether or not you realize it, where you have groomed yourself. Some of you all might not realize that for real, because I know some of you all have definitely felt the strain of wherever planets of yours are being affected by both Pluto and Saturn having been in Capricorn and making those retrogrades, and what that might have affected in your world. And I'm hearing for some of y'all it's like, especially if you're entrepreneurs, maybe not realizing how well you set yourself up, you know, and you might not be like, oh, I'm some king or whatever, but maybe more seeing yourself miserly is what I'm hearing, and not realizing that you actually did a really good job with whatever this is that has been planted well for you, Virgo. And so for some of y'all, I just really want to commend you. For others, it's like whatever you're doing at work is definitely, it's been a reflective point. And so kudos to those of you that have made that one of your focus points over 2019. But I'm going to go ahead and read this card to you. It says, light attributes, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Shadow attributes, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. And for some of you all, that might be kind of like some in-your-face stuff. I'm hearing for a lot of you all, especially if you're especially political right now and thinking about things like 2020, these could be some of the issue points that are coming up in your mind. And I'm hearing, just watch how much you let that stuff erode at you, especially if you're otherwise doing very well, because I'm just hearing it's like, don't let it rub at your luster, because for some of you all, you've got some things that are working really, really well in your favor, and it's good for you to see yourself more on the light side here, for sure. All right, moving on to your Queen of the Moon Oracle card, Virgo. We've got nourishment showing up. Number 7. I'm hearing for some of you all, this has a lot to do with a person in your life, and maybe something that happened in July. I'm hearing whoever this is, this might be a person that's missing you right now. This card might remind you of them. I'm hearing for some of y'all, I don't know, you don't have to be single for this, but I'm hearing for some of y'all, it might have been like a date that went well and like something that fizzled out, is what I'm hearing. But anyway, it says nourishment number 7, and I'm hearing it's like, you might have a friend that it might be time to see them again, is what I'm hearing. Especially if you haven't seen them in a while. But they're talking about time cycles. Shoot, it could have been 7 years even, but I'm hearing you might have something to do with whatever happens in a month of 7. Cancer season, Leo season. I'm hearing Cancer to Leo. Okay. Aside from this here too, I'm hearing that whatever it is that you can do at this time to just enjoy some of what you've built up around you it's going to feel amazing for those of you. I'm hearing for some of you Virgos too, it's like maybe you just got your own place now and you're feeling like proud of it. I'm hearing for some of y'all, you might have had a rough 7 years. This was like a long gestation cycle, and it's like you might be finding yourself in a different position over this holiday season, whatever holidays is for you, where you actually realize you have more to offer and you'd like to invite people over and share some of your design, some of your nourishment. And I'm hearing if you haven't done that, it's like at least make sure that you're I'm hearing spoil yourself a little bit right now, Virgo. With some of the nice things that you have, you don't have to be too extravagant and embellish too much. I'm hearing you might have a lot of things around you, just really showing you how well you tended to your life. And it's a good time to give that to yourself. And I'm hearing definitely up your doses of like fresh, healthy vitamins and things. Especially if you've been working a lot. I'm seeing some of you all, I don't know, I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you might have picked up an extra shift or something over these holidays. I see some of you kind of working overnight or taking like another shift here. Maybe working that 7th day. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, you need some balance here too. Know that your coin's looking really good and you could use some nourishment. All right, let's see who you've been dealing with, all right? Black Moon Astrology cards here. Taurus, I have. So, you might have a Taurus in your life. You might have been dealing with a Taurus. You could even have Taurus somewhere in your own natal chart that is playing a strong element in whatever it is that you're dealing with this past year. That one says, I have. Number 14 might be of interest for some of you all. We've got 7 and 14 here. It's kind of a double door there if you ask me. But yeah, Taurian people showing up here. You might also want to check the Taurus reading if that is somebody that you're dealing with. They had some interesting messages showing up too, especially in a romance way. So we'll be getting to some of those cards here in a little bit. Let's see first of all what Archangel Michael had to share with us. Let me get us get a larger view of the cards here. Hi, Virgo. So, here's one. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Virgo. I'm hearing some of you all, I've been getting this message for a lot of the Earth tribes, might have been opening up your telepathic senses, your ability to communicate with maybe spirit guides or other people that you can hear them like they're around you. And if so, this might be giving you a little bit of insight about that. This card says, please help me clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I've asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. It's a great card. I really like this one for you, Virgo. And I really like that you know that you are being protected. And for some of you all, you might have started to open up some of your other senses, like your clairvoyance, where it's kind of like you can see somebody around you that almost shows up like this, where it's almost like they're there and you can see them somehow. And that's how it is in the plasma resonance and what it is on the other side of the vortex of energy that we are moving ourselves through as we're quantizing a resonance in one strong inception that actually happens with the lunar energies that are being emitted through the sun. Because what is the moon but a reflection point? It's a satellite reflecting the sun with emotion, right? And we are actually coming out of a very strong lunar pattern for witnessing dualities. And I'm hearing for some of you all, Virgo, real strong sense to like the other side of your brain that some of you all maybe don't even realize you use so much. Like your Piscean senses, the other side of maybe what was never split there, and what it might be like to have sort of like a sonar resonance with another person. I'm hearing for some of you, these are the things that you're waking up to right now, and what 5G is, it's like how we're maybe beaming in to gravity halos and what density looks like in skin. Okay, so some of you all have been absolutely working with higher essence energies, with more angelic energies. I'm hearing this piece of selenite. Something like this might be good for you if you don't have one. And just know that there's different ways that you can nourish yourself also when you're sharing energy like this with someone else. And it's good for you to have things around you that are going to help ground you, like good nourishing food, so that you feel balanced while you're learning to discern these things. Okay, if you need somebody to talk to you about that, feel free to hit us up in the Discord. My chat group is linked below. It's free, and feel free to join. The other thing that I was going to say is that for some of you all, you might be... I'm hearing like being called to speak out about something that you didn't know that you could grow. And it's like, for some of you all, this is like a healing thing, something that literally has started to manifest, like with your body, is what I'm hearing. They're just showing me people holding gold things in their hand. Like he's got this gold thing in the sun over here, and then she's got these gold, like this gold, I don't know if it's like a plum or something in her hand, but I'm just seeing this like gold thing and like this energy that's coming out. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this might be a time where you're being called to just speak about this thing, especially if it's something that you didn't know you could talk about. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's kind of like where your awesome science mind has a little bit of a conflict talking about things that are kind of like woo-woo, but that you might really have your hand on something that could benefit a lot of people. And I'm hearing if that's the case, it's like, they're telling me it's like the book that your life wrote. And so, way to go. All right. Some of you are probably just really excited about this relationship stuff here. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like it's been a really single time, and it's like not even caring about relationships. And like now it's like, what the hell? Like something might have clicked differently, especially if you're hearing from somebody that's like someone else. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you have like this distance communication thing, and it's like you might not have met this person yet, but it's like you're hearing somebody. And I'm not the one who's going to tell you you're crazy. I'm going to say you might be the right kind of crazy around the wrong kind of weird that's going away, so that we can figure out what's safe, right? And what one strong inception actually is. And for me, what 2020 actually is proving it's not really the new year. It's like things froze over. We know how to move data around now and see what didn't get frozen that way, and where the good stuff is, and how to line up other data, and make some really strong moves when the sun and the solar fire is all in alignment, and we all decide, yes, this is how we want to be employing our energy. And now that we have a better idea of what omnipotence might actually be in the face of king me moves and people that want to own the world and tell people that are actually operating on a higher sophisticated level of sentience, what they're actually doing. So you're going to know if that was for you or not. Very specific message for some of you. let's see what the Tarot of Sexual Magic has to say about this potential romantic situation. All right. Wow. Okay, so this is not your average Five of Pentacles. This is love. That is romance. That is poetry. That is music that writes itself. That is, wow, I was swept up and now you're here. And it might make us some money too. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, maybe making a decision. It's like, I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like the hot boss, and it's like, really, you're interested in me? Really? And for some of y'all, it's like, wah! You know, it's like this crazy moment, and like, no, I'm working, and I'm seeing somebody like that, and yeah, if that's the case, they're definitely interested in you here, and it's like, just be careful if you can't have like an office place romance, because that is happening right there, okay? For some of y'all, it's like, you might know if you need the job more, but I'm hearing for some of y'all, it might be a twofer. I'm hearing for others, it's like, whatever this gifted communication is that you might be having with your inner, it's writing itself. And I'm hearing it's just like, how you know if you really have it or not is when you can hear it and you can experience it, and then you can also tap back and communicate with that person and like confirm, yeah, that's what actually happened. And so for some of y'all, that's what this is. It's like something's going to give you elemental context, where it's like you can literally put your hand on it and be like, yeah, this is real. So I'm hearing for some of y'all too, it's like, if you're ready for it, it's going to be very nourishing. And for some of y'all, if you have a relationship, if this is like, you might be married. If you're married, it's like your connection is feeling really lovely right now. And if not, this is like proposal energy. This is like, I love you and I'm ready to do this thing. Even this Taurus, I have it, even kind of looks like a ring. So I can see it here for some of you. All right, let's see what the Love Oracle card says for you all, Virgo. Addiction. Whoa. Okay, so especially if you're dealing with a Taurus, because Taurus actually had the addict card show up. But we've got addiction showing up here, and that says codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So for some of you all, this might be what you're dealing with, is like coming out of the situation. And I'm hearing it's like somebody might have been holding that torch though. Maybe you didn't know about it. And I'm hearing if that's the case, it's like, it's going to feel good to get that off your chest. So there's a 5-2. That could also be like the month of Taurus. And we have Taurus here, and that's a 14, which is also a 5. You might have Taurus in your chart. I would definitely say check out the Taurus reading if you're dealing with a Taurus or have Taurus in your chart somewhere, because there's definitely some messages there also, especially with addiction. And let's just see if we can get some more information about this 5 Pentacles here, because I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like the healing after whatever somebody's addictive process might have been, or whatever they've been going through. And I'm hearing they might have been dealing with like a really controlling parent or ex-spouse. And that might have been like a block. That might have been like a real serious block. But I'm hearing if that's the case, it's like that person isn't there anymore, is what I'm hearing. It's like they might have just been feeling kind of like chained to the situation. So let's see what we can find out about this 5 of Pentacles. What does my Virgo need to know? This 5 of Pentacles energy. Virgo, sacerdote. So that's the priest guy. That's somebody that's covered up. That's somebody that is most likely not seeing anybody. This person a lot of times has been single for a while. Sometimes it's a choice, like if they're married to the cloth, they're that way for a reason. Here's a reunion. What you might not know is that they might have been waiting to get together with somebody, is what I'm seeing. It's like this couple. It's like they might have intended. Wow, I'm hearing they definitely did. La Costanza, 10. Okay, so this is somebody that's been like sometimes alone for a long time. Wow, here we go. They might have been working on their business, mercante. Sometimes this is somebody that might even be older than you. I'm hearing they might have been married to their work. That could even be you, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, that's how you've been. And for some of y'all, you need to know about this person. It's like they might have been kind of like blocking themselves for a reason, and whatever it is that they know is a big deal, because you're seeing the priest person here, which is like a very knowing person. This is like somebody that could definitely have communications like this with you in like the spiritual realm, maybe like send you ideas and thought forms and have conversations with you like they're right there in front of you. They might have had their intention set on something, and I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, especially if that's like kind of how you have been, you're going to feel really good getting back together with this person. If this is somebody you haven't seen in a while and you were just waiting to see how things went, I'm hearing for some of y'all, you're going to be happy to see that they kept themselves like busy. They were just like, I'm hearing they might have been worried about something. I'm hearing for some of y'all, that might have been you over here stressed out, wondering like, you know, did he turn his back on me, is what I'm hearing. But I'm hearing it's like he was working. I'm hearing for some of y'all too, you might have been also. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, so they could have been kind of chained to something for a while. Somebody here was like leaning on something to prop them up for like 10. That could be like 10 years for some people. So it's like, you're gonna have to know if this is your situation. But for some of y'all, it's like there was a situation that was long standing, and this person was just very, very focused. And I'm hearing for those of you that need to know it, it's like this could have even been like how long they've actually been clean. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like addiction could be a scary word for people, especially if you hear somebody's an addict and maybe you didn't realize. It's like they might not have touched anything for like 10 years, and you know, or however long this is. And I'm hearing, you know, it's maybe they just don't talk about it like that. But I'm hearing for somebody, it's like there might have been some ruptured trust here with somebody, especially because of like a weird person in the friend circle is what I'm hearing. But I'm hearing what goes around comes around. And I'm hearing that, especially if this is like something that's like destined to happen, some of y'all are going to know, especially if you've been talking to this person and they're like your other, that you can like hear them, and it's like healing communication that grounds you somehow. I'm hearing that person is all over your energy here. And that for some of you all, it's like it might be something that pulls you out of a hermetic cycle. Because for some of you all, it's like it's been single. It's like 2 single people I'm seeing that have been single for, you know, maybe long lengths of time. This is 13, this is 10 here. It could be a year to 4 years for some of you all. It could be 10 months, 13 months. But I'm hearing for those of you that need to know, it's like something that can manifest really, really well. And they're just showing me that you have what it takes to nourish this and really bring it into a very stable kind of way. So for some of you all, this inner guidance, real and trustworthy, it's also true about whatever your love bond is here. So I'm going to wish you well on this here, Virgo. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments. If you'd like your own reading, hit me up. My information's below. Hit me up with a thumbs up if you liked it. Really appreciate it. And definitely share it with somebody that you think might benefit from this reading. If I don't hear from you, take care. Catch you again soon, or back with another one. Bye for now, Virgo.